My dear compatriots, distinguished elders, leaders of thought, traditional rulers, members of the National Assembly, judiciary, diplomatic community, security agencies, our vibrant youth, and especially my brothers and sisters in the Southeast, good evening. Tonight, I address you at a defining moment in the life of our great nation. Nigeria has always been a country of strong opinions, deep emotions, and powerful convictions. We are passionate people. We care deeply about justice, fairness, dignity, and identity. That passion is not our weakness, it is our strength. But passion must be guided by wisdom. Emotion must be balanced with responsibility, and leadership must be anchored in courage. For years, the matter of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has remained one of the most sensitive issues in our national discourse. It has stirred debates in homes, markets, churches, mosques, universities, and across the...
Good news hits Igboland as President Bola Ahmed Tinubu finally speaks on Nnamdi Kanu's release in a viral video, currently making waves across Nigeria and the diaspora, igniting intense reactions, renewed hope, and fresh political conversations nationwide. In the widely circulated video address, which began trending within minutes of its release, President Tinubu broke his silence on one of the most sensitive and emotionally charged issues in the country today: the prolonged detention and legal battle surrounding the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The footage, now spreading rapidly across social media platforms including Facebook, X, YouTube, WhatsApp, and Instagram, shows the president speaking in a measured but firm tone, framing his message as a defining moment for national unity and reconciliation. Opening his address by acknowledging Nigerians across all regions, the president described the current period as a defining moment in the life of our great nation. He noted that Nigeria has always been a country of passionate voices and strong convictions, but emphasized that passion must be guided by wisdom and responsibility. Observers say the tone of the speech appeared carefully crafted to balance firmness with reconciliation, particularly as it relates to the Southeast. Tinubu acknowledged that the matter of Nnamdi Kanu has remained one of the most sensitive subjects in Nigeria's national discourse over the past few years. According to him, the case has stirred debates in homes, markets, churches, mosques, universities, and among Nigerians in the diaspora. He admitted that it has generated legal arguments, political tensions, and community divisions that have affected not just the Southeast but the entire federation. The president revealed in the video that after what he described as extensive consultations with key stakeholders, including legal advisors, security agencies, respected elders from the Southeast, members of the National Council of State, and international partners, the federal government has initiated structured legal and constitutional processes that could lead to Nnamdi Kanu's release in the coming months. He was careful to stress that Nigeria remains a nation governed by the rule of law. Tinubu emphasized that he would not interfere with the judiciary or dictate court outcomes, noting that justice must not only be done, but must be seen to be done. However, he added that leadership sometimes requires recognizing moments when lawful political solutions can advance national peace without undermining constitutional principles. In one of the most quoted lines from the now viral video, the president reportedly stated that the move toward possible release should not be interpreted as weakness or surrender to pressure, but rather as an act of statesmanship and a commitment to peace. He insisted that any outcome would be subject to lawful frameworks and binding agreements designed to protect Nigeria's unity and national security. The video has sparked widespread discussion across the Southeast, where reactions range from cautious optimism to guarded skepticism. Political analysts say the president's remarks signal a potential shift toward de-escalation after years of tension surrounding the IPOB leader's case. Addressing the people of Abia, Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Imo states directly in the address, Tinubu praised the Southeast's contributions to Nigeria's development. He described the Igbo people as innovators, entrepreneurs, intellectuals, and nation builders whose impact can be seen across commerce, medicine, technology, academia, and industry. He acknowledged concerns about fairness, inclusion, and infrastructure development, stating that such concerns deserve constructive dialogue within democratic and constitutional boundaries. However, the president also delivered a firm message regarding the sit-at-home orders that have periodically shut down economic activities across parts of the southeast. He argued that the shutdowns have inflicted serious economic hardship on ordinary citizens, including traders, transport operators, students, healthcare workers, and daily wage earners. According to Tinubu, markets have suffered heavy losses, small businesses have struggled to survive, students have lost valuable academic time, and investors have grown hesitant due to instability. He stated clearly in the viral address that no region can prosper under recurring economic paralysis, and that no child should be denied education because of political disagreements. The president therefore called for the immediate cancellation of all sit-at-home directives, urging residents to allow economic and social life to return to full normalcy. He maintained that while peaceful expression remains a democratic right, enforced shutdowns are unsustainable and counterproductive to regional growth. Let markets reopen fully. Let schools function without fear. Let transportation move freely. Let investors return with confidence, he urged in the video. Tinubu further explained that the possible release of Nnamdi Kanu would mark the beginning of a new phase of dialogue rather than the end of a national conversation. He emphasized that such a transition would require responsibility from all sides, including commitments to nonviolence and adherence to constitutional processes. He called on Southeast governors, lawmakers, traditional rulers, religious leaders, youth groups, and civil society organizations to partner with the federal government in ensuring a peaceful transition into what he described as a new chapter of reconciliation. He proposed structured dialogues aimed at addressing broader concerns, including economic empowerment, security architecture, political inclusion, and developmental equity. The president reaffirmed his administration's commitment to equitable development across all regions of Nigeria. He pointed to ongoing and planned infrastructure projects in the southeast, including road rehabilitation, power sector improvements, digital economy investments, port revitalization, and industrial corridor initiatives. He pledged deeper engagement with state governments in the region to accelerate long-delayed federal projects. Tinubu also addressed security agencies in the video, commending their professionalism during challenging periods and urging continued discipline and respect for human rights. He reassured Nigerians that national security would not be compromised and that the government would not tolerate violence, incitement, or threats to public order from any quarter. In addressing Nigerian youths nationwide, the president encouraged them to channel their energy into innovation, agriculture, manufacturing, and technology rather than confrontation. He stressed that the future of the country depends on redirecting national energy from protest to productivity and from suspicion to trust. Political observers note that the viral speech comes at a time when economic pressures and regional tensions have heightened public interest in any sign of political compromise or reconciliation. Social media reactions have been swift, with hashtags related to Nnamdi Kanu, Tinubu, and Southeast development trending within hours of the video's release. While some commentators have described the announcement as a potential turning point for national healing, others caution that the success of the initiative will depend heavily on how the legal modalities are structured and implemented in the coming weeks. The president disclosed that the Attorney General of the Federation would soon outline the specific legal steps being pursued, assuring Nigerians that transparency and constitutional compliance would guide the process. He reiterated that the unity and sovereignty of Nigeria remain non-negotiable, but added that unity does not require uniformity and that diverse voices can express aspirations within constitutional limits. As the video continues to circulate widely, discussions are intensifying across political circles, community forums, and diaspora networks about what the coming months may hold. For many residents in the southeast, the president's remarks have sparked renewed hope that a prolonged and deeply divisive chapter could be moving toward resolution. Tinubu concluded his address by describing the moment as a crossroads for Nigeria. He said one path leads to prolonged suspicion and unrest, while the other leads to dialogue, reform, stability, and growth. According to him, leadership has chosen dialogue, and it is now up to citizens to choose peace. Whether this development ultimately leads to Nnamdi Kanu's release remains to be seen, but the viral address has undoubtedly reshaped the national conversation. For now, the message from the presidency is clear. Reconciliation, constitutional process, and economic revival are the stated priorities as Nigeria navigates one of its most closely watched political issues.